This is Young Motive, and I have a topic today that's often overlooked. Domestic violence. Domestic violence wears many tags. So QieenAfi, if you're listening, check it out.
Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying, it's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone.
Young Motive is back with the topic of the day. It's a crucial situation that we all must pay more attention to. It's bringing families down. You know me, I know the truth, and I'ma spread it around. It usually happens at home behind closed doors, but it's spreading through high schools and college dorm floors. For the victim, it's like they got their head in the noose from all the scars of the physical and verbal abuse. Men do it to women, women do it to men. It's a cycle that happens over and over again. It's disturbing and far from bliss, and each and every child is emotionally affected by this. I think it's time we bring the dark to the light, to stop the 911 calls in the middle of the night. So I'm reaching out, and I hope it's worth my while. It's erasing the bond between man, woman, and child.
Violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying, it's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about.
You are the only participant in the conference.
Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying, it's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it.
Stop and think about it. This is your significant other. Why would you want your son to see you put your hands on his mother? Leaving little man shook. It's really a bad look. How you supposed to concentrate and keep his head in the book? How's your daughter supposed to look up to dad? Don't you know that you're the first male role model she's ever had? The saying goes, a woman wants a man like a father. So what you telling her? To accept this from a man? You gotta watch how you talk to whoever you with. Words hurt, people forgive but never forget. I guess it's up to a teen to teach these things. It's just my expression of how YMC sting. Seek a shelter from mayhem, they won't doubt you. And there's all types of programs to reach out to. No need to feel ashamed, cause it's not your fault. And this evil way of living has to come to a halt.
Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying, it's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone. Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying.
There is one other participant in the conference.
It's a behavior
Please announce
we can't
yourself.
condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone.
This is Young Motive, and I have a topic today that's often overlooked. Domestic violence. Domestic violence wears many tags. So QieenAfi, if you're listening, check it out.
Peace and love, everybody. Thank you for chiming in tonight. This is QieenAfi, founder of Domestic Violence Wears Many Tags organization. Tonight we are live in the classroom doing our monthly dinner table conversation. So we are at the expert education corner. All right, so you with me on the corner. We having corner conversation, but it's dinner table conversation on the corner. Because the object of that is to let people know that we can have these conversations anyway. We just gotta know how to do it. And the topics that we should talk about on the corner. So tonight we're going to talk about social media clues, teen dating balance, and we want to talk about my daughter told no one. Smiley did not tell a soul what she was going through. She was just going through it. And nobody actually knew the significance of what she was dealing with. And of course, you and I both know that domestic violence is a secret, and everybody want to keep it a secret. Don't nobody really want to be, sharing that they're in some kind of abusive situation. So, we lie about it. We dress it up. We make, we try to, the abuser be lying saying that things won't get better, and they never do get better. It's a lot that go into, the behavior that abusers got to do in order to keep that victim in a certain mindset. And we're going to talk about that today too, the mindset and the clues that somebody could be in an abusive relationship. So it's going to be very enlightening conversation tonight. Give me just a moment to do a little something that I do. To get the people on. So I'm gonna do like, Queen, you did that and did not remember to let me know, and so trying to give everybody an opportunity to be here. Teen dating balance. I'm curious to know how many of the students out there have been in teen dating balance relationships. How many of us have been in these relationships and they were toxic? But we chose to I can't even, some of us chosen, but most of us were brainwashed into it. We was made to believe that that person cared about us and they really, had our best interests at hand. They was there for us. We be, folk be when you believe that that's what's going on. So I'm trying to work it out to get to post it to my page, because people be like, Queen, you did all that and never posted it to me. I'm trying to see how I can get this done, y'all, so I can hurry up and do the lesson, because I know I'm in 2 places. Actually, I'm in like 4 places right now, so bear with me. It's coming together. Bear with me. Yeah, I know I went here to share it. Okay, let me go back here to post it. Okay, thank you, brothers and sisters coming into the classroom. Thank you so much. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we get down. Okay. We about to share on the corner. We about to do domestic violence on the corner, honey. All right. That's when you know it's real. When you could just sit up and have a conversation anyway. That's how you know it's real. All right. So in the meantime and in between time, let's get into our lesson. So today or this month, February, again, is Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. And this is a month where we try to come together, you know, and put that good word out there about some of the things that our teens are dealing with. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about verbal abuse, talk about emotional abuse. We're going to talk about isolation. We're going to talk about grooming. Jewels, you're making too much noise, honey, so you need to go on somewhere. Scrolling and trolling that, you know, some of our young people do on the internet or in these online dating relationship, teen dating relationships, where our teens are literally meeting people and dating these people at the same time. And we're going to talk about it a little bit more, but of course, you know, the other side of that computer, you know, you don't really know who it is. Our young person, that teen, does not really know who that is on the other side of that computer, other side of that device. So, but if you ask them, they're gonna say, "Oh no, I'm in an online relationship. Oh, I'm in a long distance relationship, or I'm in an online relationship." Right? So what are some of the clues? You know, think about some of those clues that we can, you know, we can decipher that our child, male or female child, could be potentially dating somebody online and getting victimized, while the abuser could be potentially on the other side of the world. But our child, our son or daughter, is being victimized from the computer, you know. And so this is when the teen is, you know, feeling doubt, low self-esteem in the relationship. The teen is wanting validation. So, and I think even when, you know, you are in a long distance online relationship with somebody, the teen is going to require more validation in the mind of the abuser, right? Because we don't know actually who our teen is dating on the other side of the computer for real. So the abuser, what I can tell you though, is that the abuser has already developed a tactic where they're going to do the most. You see what I mean? Because they are on an online relationship, they're in a relationship, right? Their means of being deceptive can be much, much greater. So maybe your teen is in a relationship, but it's with a person who's in another state or another country. So what are the clues to decipher, you know, if that could be happening to teen boys and girls, right? Because we never talk about the you know, the online dating part, where your child is literally dating somebody in another state and don't even know who they are, because the person is catfishing you because they're sending you fake pictures and all kinds of stuff. But the teen is actually believing that that person is saying who they are because they're convincing. Abusers are very convincing people, so they know how to walk it down. You know, they know how to walk it down. They know how to make it seem real. They know how to make it seem like there's this real true communication, healthy verbal communication is this real true communication in terms of you know, that relationship, when in fact the relationship is not healthy.
The recording has started.
So keep that in mind, that the abuser will always make the teen feel like, especially when they're in a long distance relationship, will always make that teen feel like, you know, they really care about them. So it's one of those things where it's hit or miss, because how do you actually know your teen is in a social media, you know, teen dating violent relationship? My daughter said, "I'm going to give you my heart, don't break it." So Smiley was tweeting these, she was making tweets, which were very good clues that she could have been in an abusive relationship. Those clues right there, I mean, and I didn't find the clues out until she had passed. You see what I mean? Because we would talk about everything. I thought I was, in tune with everything. And which in fact, obviously I wasn't in tune with everything, because guess what? She was tweeting these tweets like weeks before she was killed, before she was murdered. And this is one of them where she said, I'm going to give you my heart, don't break it. That's not realistic in a relationship anyway. First of all, my daughter was not being realistic in her relationship, because you got to figure that if you're in a relationship, your heart can get broken. The thing about that is her audience, who she's tweeting these to, is that why they follow her? What is the reason why our teens could have an audience of people who are sort of in cahoots with what you're venting on social media about your relationship, right? So the clues are there. It's just a matter of understanding the clues, taking them seriously, and talking it over with our teens that are in the relationship. See what I mean? So it's hard to say that I'm hearing the echo. Get my echo together. It's hard to say, that my teen would never experience something like that, when in fact they will experience something like that. And they could be experiencing something like that. But a lot of times we don't go to that, to that device to see, like, well, what is he tweeting? What is she tweeting? Okay. So we probably need to be a little bit more vigilant with that on IG, on the Twitter pages, TikTok, Facebook, the things that our children be posting. The things that our children be posting, okay? Teen boys experience frustration just like our teen girls do. Unlike teen girls, teen boys most times do not have someone they can confide in about an unhealthy relationship. I've seen clues on their social media that may prove he's in an abusive relationship. And I've seen, my young men tweet stuff like, man, I'm never falling in love again. Or these HO hoes ain't nothing to me. Or trust no girl, trust no woman, because they're backstabbing. I've been depressed all week because she been starting it up. The young men be on there tweeting this stuff too, so don't even try to make it like it's just the females on there tweeting this stuff, because it's not. We have a lot of young men who are in teen violent relationships, and they're on there tweeting as well about what they feel in terms of their relationship online. Do our teen girls get jealous? Yes, they do. Do our teen boys get jealous? But when the teen girls get jealous, oh my God, it's over the top. It's above and beyond. It's a factor. Evelyn Lazada said that it's not. Jewels, don't you see what I'm doing? Evelyn Lazada said that that Jennifer was a non-factor. I gotta get my thoughts together with my son just yelling. That Jennifer was a non-factor on Basketball Wives. She said, Jennifer, you a non-factor, or whoever she told that to. I think it was Jennifer though, but she told that to somebody. So with the teen girls, it's like jealousy is a factor. Like, I don't care. Our teen girls, they gonna go above and beyond with the jealousy stuff. Like, I mean, for real. Like, and it can get so bad to where it makes our teen girls delusional. That's why you see the three faces over there in the three expressions. You see three heads and three expressions on it, because that's how the girls get. And I mean, they be going in the pocket with it about the jealousy piece, right? And I had, again, one of my scholars tell me that a little bit of jealousy should be permitted. She feels like a little bit of jealousy is okay. That you could be jealous a little bit. I mean, so what's being jealous a little bit? As a teen, what does that look like? Because if we know the brain, teens are irrational. So jealousy and teen don't mix together. Like, it literally does not go together. Whether you are the teen boy or the teen girl, but especially the teen girl. Yes, I'm gonna have to go hard on teen girl because I was a teen girl. All right. And I did the whole jealousy thing. And I was around sisters, grew up with sisters who, and sisters still call my phone right now about this jealousy piece. Because they feel like, some of them feel like the jealousy is wanted, because maybe that's how they get validated in relationships. You know, maybe that's how they turn up and get their little, as the old people say, it rocks off, okay, because the whole jealousy thing. And the other thing about our teens is that they believe in a love and hate relationship. They actually believe that love and hate can be a relationship together. They actually are that delusional to where they believe that love and hate can be in a relationship together. Go figure that. Go figure that, because let me tell you something. Go get the dictionary, and you're going to see what love mean, and you're going to see what hate mean. Nobody not playing with them words. Those words are serious. Those words have stood the test of time. So, excuse me, explain to me again, how are you in a love and hate relationship? What is that? What is that? Oh, Miss Queen, it's when you cussing your partner out in the first part of the day, but then in the second part of the day, y'all talking about y'all love each other. Excuse me. My grandma used to say, you play with a puppy and it lick in your mouth. And let me tell you something. You play with something like jealousy, it will lick you in your mouth and cause you so much pain, so much bodily pain, and so much pain inside. I don't think a little bit of it is okay. Parents, my young people out there, how y'all feel? Y'all think a little bit of jealousy is okay? Because I don't. But, you know, it's up to you. I mean, because jealousy is linked to violence in a lot of cases. I have not seen where jealousy is linked to love. I really have not seen that. And if y'all tell me that y'all can prove that to me, if y'all can prove to me that jealousy is linked to love, then I respect that. But it's not. And it makes our teen girls and boys delusional about what they are hearing and seeing in their relationship, because they could feel like jealousy is okay with them. Let's go on to number 2, emotional outbursts. That emotional abuse, y'all, is so severe. The emotional and verbal, but the emotional abuse, I don't even want to say but I'm gonna say but because of the, you know, the way I'm using it. Is so serious for a teen that's in an abusive relationship, even if it's online, like cyber love, you know, relationship, teen dating relationship. You can lock somebody in by looking at them a certain kind of way. Like, you can have the teen feel some kind of way just by body language, all right? So, but if the teen is on an online relationship, you can feel the body language through the computer, through the device that they own on their phone or their laptops or the desktop. They could feel that vibration emotionally coming through. That I'm telling you, if you don't get yourself together, like, I'm flying there, I'm gonna straighten you up, I'm gonna come, and you ain't gonna never know I'm coming. They say stuff like that. They say little trickery stuff like that because what they trying to do is lure the victim in more and more and more and more, right? And then they say, I'm sorry, I won't say it again. Please forgive me. Y'all forgive our teen boys and girls be forgiving abuse. They be forgiving their partner abusing them. Okay? And your partner is not even in the same, potentially not even in the same state as you are in. Okay? Because you better know, we got a lot of young men in college. We got a lot of young girls that are in college. And their partners are not in college. Not in that state. But for some reason, they're able to emotionally deteriorate themselves through the computer, through devices. Now, let me tell you something. Back in my day, I couldn't do that through no devices. You know what I mean? Because the page was so small, you ain't get no words on there. The only thing gonna come on there is the number 911 or 411. Either I got something to tell you or I'm trying to fight you. One or the other. We 911 mean we going down. All right, it's about to happen. That's what 911 meant coming through the pager. Now these day and times, I mean, woo, they got all kind of apps and stuff that can follow out that is following our teen boys and girls. They got the apps that can see their partner throughout the day on campus and be monitoring what they're doing on campus. And don't even get me started with our same-sex relationships. They above and beyond the chart too with emotional abuse and outbursts. They will pop off on their partner and be talking about forgive me too. They talk about the love-hate relationship too, just like heterosexual relationships, homosexual relationships, they do the same thing. They trend these same bad behaviors in their relationship. But of course, theirs go underreported because why? They don't want to call the police because the police ridicule them for being, reared sexually a different kind of way. Well, let me tell you something. Domestic violence don't care about that. Domestic violence don't care about your sexual orientation and what you claim yourself to be. Domestic violence is going to break down your psychological mindset. It's going to rip through the core of your emotions, honey. And let me tell you something. Domestic violence is so real. Teen day violence is so real. It will shut you up. I mean, literally shut the victim up. Shut the victim up. Literally. And this can go on for years and years and years. And we have victims who have been shut up so bad from this mess that they not even in their right mind. We got teen boys and girls who have been shut up so bad from emotional abuse in their relationships that they done lost their mind. Don't think you can't lose your mind over a broken heart, because as many of us did lose our minds over broken hearts. I don't even know how I'm still here today. I had a few broken hearts. I probably broke more than I had, though. Lord have mercy, forgive me, God, for I know not what I do. I probably broke more hearts than I had that broke my heart. But it still happened to me, though. It still happened to me. And the worst one that broke my heart was, one of the worst ones that broke my heart was my best friend. She was shot 5 times by her baby father. Okay. And my best friend was calling me. She was calling. She said, look, he trying to hurt me. He's saying things to me. Like, I don't know, what's his problem. But he keep telling me that he will kill me. That's what she said. She said, he told me again. He told me again that he would kill me. He told me again that he would kill me. I said, Lord have mercy. And at the time, I was adamant about us believe. I was adamant with her about believing what he was saying. I did not want her to not take him seriously about what he was saying because he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You see what I mean? When he shot her 5 times, broke my heart to the core. Broke my heart to the core. And I told myself, never again. Never again. Never again. So I'm going to give revenge back for her and me. Because that's a no-no. Okay? But you got to figure, though, in relationships, your heart is going to get broken. That's the healthiest way to think. You know, I know people don't want to think like that, but you got to think like that. You got to understand that if somebody tearing you down emotionally, have you walking on eggshells, that your mind is leaving you or has already left you. And the online relationship, that can happen by that partner being in another state or another country. And it's happening. I keep saying that can happen, but it is happening. It is happening. Why do teens vent on social? Why do y'all vent on social media? Why do our young people vent on social media? Because that person behind, you know, abusers come on there, they trolling and strolling. They trying to see who hurt. They want to know who expressing their feelings online. They want to know who going all ham and all that online so they can get right up in the mix-up. You see what I mean? And when I rose, you know, posed my question, I got, they can't afford therapy and they have no one to talk to. Well, I'm subject to say I know DC giving out mad therapy right now. You know, and there's plenty of other states, Maryland, Virginia, other states trying to do the same, you know, doing the same thing, trying to make sure that the mental health piece is there, you know, and the emotional health is there to be in what is a healthy relationship, right? So, therapy, you probably can get it faster than you ever could back then, though. Well, I only ever did that when I was so sad and it felt weird telling someone. So do our young people actually feel weird telling the person, telling their partner who's in another state, another country somewhere that, you know what I mean? I'm going through something. Can we talk about anything? First thing the abuser gonna say, yeah, talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm always here to listen. I'm gonna tell you something, when the abuser say that, male or female, teen boy or girl say that, they mean that. They mean that I'm here to listen to you, because girlfriend, boyfriend, they gonna switch that up on you, throw it in your face, make you feel bad, potentially put it on, put it out there, blast your business out there, or hold it for ransom over your head. So when you thinking, man, I'm done with that, I'm not getting back on it, I'm not logging back in there to talk to them, I'm not logging back in there to deal with her. They got stuff on you though. Because you done sent pictures, you done told your business, you being extorted now. You got the porn, you know, when people getting exposed, putting your videos out there and stuff, because you saying, I'm done with you. And it's weird for me to be talking to somebody on the computer that I don't really even know. You better tread lightly. Somebody else said kind of rant like it's less about having someone listening to you and more like just formulating something and sending it out into the world. So is that what it is? You just doing something and sending it out to the world? Because again, the abuse is on there strolling and trolling, waiting for you to do stuff like that. They are. And if they think they can come in for the kill, they will. Social sharing of emotions on social media. Again, although social media offer adolescents new possibilities for emotional regulation, it does. Little is known about how adolescents use different platforms to this end. You see what I mean? So how are you really using your platform? Are you in that abusive relationship? You know? And that's regulating your emotions versus you thinking you just getting on the computer and just saying stuff. Is that person who is slid in your DM regulating your emotions now? These are things that we got to take into consideration when we talk about, you know, our children, our young people being on them devices and stuff, and they be meeting grown men and grown women that's looking for little children. Okay, so we need to really think that this is real. Emotional abuse, again, with the LGBTQ community, reported significantly higher rates of cyberbullying, victimization, and perpetuation than heterosexual youth. So they get it worse on than heterosexual youth do. And why is that? 9 out of 10 cyberbullying victims also experience psychological bullying, victimization. So again, the abuser is literally taking your mind from you. So when the victim say, he or she say, man, I was out of my mind, or I felt like I was brainwashed. I felt like I lost who I was. This is what they're talking about. They're talking about those verbal attacks, you know, that people do in these relationships. When you in these teen dating relationships, you know, and your partner, and let me tell you something about our LGBTQ community. They got some words for you. They got the words for your tail. Now you want to go over there and start playing with them about the words. They got the words for their relationships are very violent. And it's verbally and emotionally first. They could sabotage they could kill each other just based off the words and the emotion. Help me somebody. What does research say? Female youth reportedly significantly higher perpetration rates with regard to cyberbullying, while male youth reported significantly higher rates of physical bullying perpetration. So again, here you have it where our females, you know, had the highest rate with regard to cyberbullying. While males, you know, would rather see you in person, you know, or see you on your FaceTime or something and start psychologically tearing you up. The finding that girls report higher perpetration rates for cyberbullying differs from that of past research, which found that boys are more likely to perpetrate cyberbullying. So now they're seeing that females are the corporate, some of the corporate behind cyberbullying. So that's going to be part of that. Is going to be teen dating violence too. So are you bullying your partner who's in another state? Or your partner could be actually in the military, or, you know, off maybe on missionary work. Your partner could be doing missionary work and they're getting abused. So there's nothing to play with. Isolation is a tactic that abusers use to brainwash you. They're coming for your mind. I cannot tell people this over and over and over and over. The abuser is literally coming for your mind. Coming for your mind. So the object is that I steal your mind from you. See what I mean? You see the thunder and lightning in her mind? She crashing. She can't do it no more. The fella in the middle, he like, man, what's going on? I'm tired of this. Like, it's wild. And this guy over here can't even take his pajamas on. He got to leave his pajamas on because he ain't going nowhere. Because his mind ain't there to even put on some clothes and go somewhere. And that's how our teens be. They be depressed underneath them covers. They be depressed, you know what I mean, at their jobs. They be depressed in their homes, you know, trying to deal with somebody from another state on a device, abusing them in a relationship, following them on apps, always knowing where he or she at. Oh, so yeah, I saw you was there. Y'all gotta find the location on these iPhones. Okay, keep playing. Keep playing. The abuse will find you all right. Trust to know that. All you gotta do is ask me one time. I tell you, they gonna come looking for you. I don't know why my slide is probably doing lightning. That's what my slide thundering and lightning, because I'm trying to tell you, it's crazy. It's purely crazy, okay, for you to be in a relationship like that. All right. And I want my slide to stop, but it's thundering and lightning. There's nothing I can do but let it thunder and lightning. Let's move forward to number 3. Ooh, if that ain't a sign for your tail, I don't know what it is, because that's surely a sign for me to pay close attention to the mess that some of y'all are in. I was still trying to find it on here if I could read that slide. Hold on, bear with me. I want to pull that up because that slide actually says something that I need to really read. Really talk about for a minute. So here it goes. Why do teens upload self-harm videos on social media? So now you upload your videos on social media looking for validation and appreciation. But the researcher said normalization, web-based engagement, exhiberating self-harm due to normalization and exposure. So I mean, you used to it. Like, it's something that you used to doing. It's like that one-stop shop where you go and just upload all kind of videos about your personal business, you know, to people. So it does happen. Okay. Competition is the reason it happens too. Because guess what? You are in competition with the people that's out there posting their videos. Y'all out there posting y'all videos about y'all relationship. Y'all in competition. So people like, oh my God, they seem so happy online. They seem like that had never happened to them. You see what I mean? And it do be like that. It do be like that. All right, so I wanted to mention that and move on to grooming. Grooming is another tactic that the abuser is going to use. That slide still thunder and lightning. Okay, I believe that right there. Grooming is another tactic that abuse is going to use to you know, sort of start getting in your head. You know, it's that story of where the victim is saying, you know what, my head hurt. Like I cannot believe I would allow somebody to do this to me, treat me like that, get in my mind like that, get in my spirit like that, like run over top of me. And I've had teen girls and boys say that to me flat out. Grooming could be done by anyone of any age or gender and could be done in person or online. Thank you, research. It's a fact. It's a fact. There is an increase in online grooming, and social media profiles enables people to remain anonymous. So, yes, you can be on an online relationship and the abuser will start with grooming you. All right. Predators online may use fake profiles to appear younger or appear as someone your child may recognize or appear as the parent that you never had, the mother and father that you never had. Because you know, our teen boys and girls are always looking for love in the wrong places and spaces when they're not getting it at their dinner table. That's not their fault. That's leadership fault at the dinner table who did not show them things that they need to show them. I get a lot of victims who, you know, who lead their relationships and they go on and they never get in no more relationships. That's not healthy either. You know, so it's like a catch-22. What do I do? You know, because we still got to show an example of what healthy relationships look like to our young people, those people at our dinner table. We still have an obligation to show that, even though we have been in abusive relationships and we not dealing with nobody else. And there are plenty of women and men who have shut down and have raised their children on their own because they refuse to get into that kind of relationship. But that's not healthy either. You know, I do get it because you don't want to go through the turmoil of somebody grooming you all over again and taking your mind from you. It's hurtful. It's very hurtful. It's very hurtful. How common is grooming on social media? There are an estimated 500,000 online predators active each day, Oh my goodness. So that, what I tell y'all about the abuser having 5 victims at one time. All right. So let's just imagine that your partner is online. You're not the only one.
Andrea, comment.
Thank you, Andrea, for sharing with us. Did you hear something you want to speak up, or you just getting it?
I'm just getting them. I took a 5-minute break from my class, so I'm just want to chime in real quick.
Okay. Thank you, sis. Love you, girl.
I love you too. I'm gonna stay for a second, but I'm gonna just listen.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Yeah, so put your phone on mute, then, sis. Yeah, so
okay, got you.
Okay, you got the children between the ages of 12 and 15 that are especially susceptible to being groomed or manipulated by adults they meet online. So yes, we have our young boys and young girls that are meeting their partners online, right? Between the ages of 12 and 15 years old. That number is going to be spot on when we talk about the children that they are seeking, that somebody they want to find to, you know what I mean, kind of start grooming. It's going to be 12 through 15 years old. All right, it's an AM there, but I say 12 through 15. So yes, I'm with that number. I'm with that age group. 100%. According to the FBI, over 50% of the victims of online sexual exploitation are between the ages of 12 and 15. See what I mean? So we back at the drawing board again. We back with that abuser is online in another state or in another country, or potentially in your state. Could be in another city in your state. Could be local. And your team is getting, sending sexual videos and pictures and stuff, because the abuser is able to get them to do that. The abuser can get them to do whatever he or she want them to do, because that's how the abuser rolls. You see what I mean? The abuser can make that team think that they're in a real loving relationship online, and that not be the case. That could absolutely not be the case, where that team is, in that relationship like that. So the FBI is spot on, the research is spot on. It's spot on. And we gotta take it more seriously about the clues that our young people leave around on their Twitter accounts and on their, checking their DMs, checking the Twitter DMs, checking the TikTok DMs, checking the Facebook DM, checking those DMs and make sure that they're clean. To make sure that they're clean. So, and I can tell you right now that my son was manipulated on Twitter by somebody who was older than him. See what I mean? So, and you see TikTok. You see my son TikTok. You see he is a little boy. But she was in his inbox manipulating the situation. See what I mean? So, and my son 10. So the number 12 through 15 is spot on what they saying about how she groomed my son in a matter of seconds. She was able to groom him and get him to potentially participate in something that he ain't no business participating. Good, thank God I'm the mother who I am. It ain't going down like that.
You're the best mother.
Because I know that the predators are out there in our children's DMs. I also had to watch Blake and watch her phone, because Blake was even getting random little text messages and all these kinds of. No, we not doing that. Blake is 7. So no, we not doing that. We got to be paying attention. I let him know. I say, look, my baby's 7. You don't have no business texting no 7-year-old. And I said, Blake, if they do, you let them know. Say, I'm a child, and I'm 7 years old. And my mom said, y'all shouldn't be calling my phone. Like literally. So we cannot play when it comes to our young people and their devices. And, you know, our children that are college bound, that's even more harder to try to keep up with, because our children college bound and the abuse is like there. You know what I mean? The abuse is there, like on their line. You know what I mean? Tracking them at the school, pretending like they really kid. Grooming is a very serious, and y'all know me, that I say grooming is what? The number one way that predator could be abusing your teen boy or girl. And we don't know. You know what I mean? We don't think about the clues that our young people could be putting out there. You see me? And paying attention to those. My daughter tweeted that I have zero intentions of finding somebody else new. She tweeted that. She has zero intentions of finding somebody else new because she was being groomed. She was being groomed too. She tweeted, what's the number? I'm killing myself chasing a false fairy tale or something like that. She said it had something to do with a false fairy tale. And she right. You know what I mean? She right, but she was not believing her own clues. She was not believing her own clues, her own evidence. She was not trusting her own emotions that she was actually in. She really was actually chasing a false fairy tale. She was chasing a fairy tale. She actually did. She was chasing one. And she could not see the forest from the trees, you know, because he was manipulating the situation, of course. You know, tossing her feelings up and down, making her feel like he was with it when he was never with it. You know, and I often go to her Twitter account and go back and replay this stuff over and over and over again, because I cannot fathom that she was tweeting these things, you know, weeks and days before he murdered her. You know, and I think my daughter, I'm not saying she's perfect, but I think she pretty much had a good idea. See, she said she tweeted she don't be around people who don't have no drive. I'm looking at her Twitter account. She said I don't be around people who don't have no drive. That's what she's saying, right? She tweeted that on 7/28. She was murdered on 7/30. Okay, so she was around somebody who didn't have no drive. So the clues was there. She tweeted that on 7/28, 2016. My daughter tweeted that, and that man killed my daughter on July 30th, 2016. Honey. Come on, that's in a matter of days. She was still feeling like. I feel so bad for my child, you know, because the clues really are there. The clues are there. I'm trying to find y'all one more before we get out of here. I know she had another one on here that I thought was just so gut-wrenching. And these tweets was days before he killed my child. I'm trying to go back a little bit because I want y'all to understand that this is very serious. This is very serious what she was tweeting. And what your child could be tweeting or DMing, you know, to somebody. That's why you gotta check the DMs. You see what I mean? Something my own child wasn't really taking heed to. But I know today that if she could really see it today, she would have you know, been up to date with her. She would have been more in the front of her prefrontal cortex to be able to see the behavior and believe the behavior. She tweeted this on 7/25. He killed my daughter on 7/30, 2026. I text him 10 times. He's ignoring me until I break his face. My daughter was still going through it. She was still feeling some kind of way that this man's behavior was out of control. It was causing her behavior to be out of control and erratic too. And I know, like, if my daughter was standing here right now and she could erase these tweets, they would not even be there no more. Because I know how much she loved her daughter. I know how much she loved her daughter. And I know daggone well she wouldn't want that. You know what I'm saying? For her daughter. She wouldn't want to see her daughter on here tweeting these kind of tweets. It's hurtful. It's hurtful to me. So I know it'll be hurtful to her. She tweeted 725 again. She was going on 725. She said, my boyfriend really adores my crazy side. That's why he always starting it up. Oh, yeah? He adores your crazy side so much that you not here no more. That my daughter not here no more. Yeah. She tweeted that on 7/25/2016. He murdered my daughter on 7/30/2016. So you're not going to tell me that it was an accident and my daughter was feeling like this? You talking about it was an accident? No, it wasn't. It wasn't an accident. It was not. We got to pay attention to the clues that our young people could be literally giving us in these relationships like that. You know, it's definitely serious. It's definitely a serious and hurtful piece to be going through, knowing that your child is experiencing something like this. Hey, sis. Yes, girl, a little leads to a lot. You ain't say it. Well, come on now. If you let it start off one time, you know it's going to keep kicking off. You know it's going to keep kicking off. You know what I mean? It's going to keep escalating all the way to, like, my daughter, she was killed. It's going to keep escalating when we not paying attention to what we need to be paying attention to in terms of, you know, our young people being in these hurtful spaces with somebody. Okay, so I definitely appreciate all of you for being on today, listening in, you know, attending class on the corner with me, because I'm definitely on the corner. Okay, definitely on the corner. Expert Education Corner, still doing what my daughter would want me to do, putting that teen dating violence message out there for my people, for the dinner table. All right, so we can keep doing what we do. Thank y'all so much. I love you. If you know somebody who's going through it, of course, you can have them reach out to QueenAfi. 1-800. Oh, I'm sorry. Reach out to the domestic violence hotline, 1-800-799-SAFE, 1-800-799-SAFE. Okay, if you know somebody that's going through it. If you want to have somebody reach out to QueenAfi, you can do that. Serious inquiries only. Right there on the screen, it says serious inquiries only, because our time is valuable. And, you know, we cannot afford to waste another second on a teen in an abusive relationship, especially when the partner is online, in another state, in another country, potentially in another country, okay, online somewhere, when our young person is in college or something, and, you know what I mean, they end up in something like this. They end up in something like teen dating violence, you know. So the other thing that I'm going to say too, as we close out, I want you to be reminded that leave the door open. You know what I mean? Just leave the door open. I was very open and transparent with my daughter. I made it a safe space for her to be able to say whatever it is she wanted to say. I never told my daughter she was dumb and stupid. I never told my daughter she should just leave the relationship. I never gave my daughter any of that bad advice that some of y'all be giving y'all children. You know, and y'all, some of these programs, love you too, sis. Love you, girl. Abigail, you here tonight, boo. Let me put my little comments up there. I love y'all so much. Y'all in the classroom with me, okay? And Abigail, she went to school with my daughter. So, yeah, she know, okay? Leads to a lot. Y'all better stop playing. It leads to a lot. You know, it leads to a lot of it. So you got to pay attention that when you in these relationships that, you know, and it's an online, your teen, your young person is online in a relationship. So I mean, because they don't never gotta tell you. They could be doing stuff online and be in a whole relationship. And you say, how long you was in a relationship? They was in a relationship 2 years. 2 years and we didn't know they was in a relationship for 2 years online. Come on, there's something wrong with that picture, honey. You got to get unbusy. Hey, okay, sis, that's the collective right there, boy. Hey, love you, sis. That's the collective right there. Checking in, the Domestic Violence Collective. Thank you to Dr. Carolyn White Washington. All right, she want all of us advocates and experts and doctors and mental health professionals to get together and be in collective with the messages that we send out here to our young people and to the community and families across the board. So I definitely appreciate my sister's support tonight in the collective. But let me jump back into it for a minute again, because part of this is about my daughter and her teen dating relationship, 19 years old. 19 years old. And her emotional state was terrible behind it. And get out the hold on, let me post that. Hold on. Abigail say, get out the secret. Get out and see. Oh, get out in secret. You see what I'm saying? Get out in secret. She know. You got to get out in secret, because and that's even if you're in the online relationship. You still got to try to maneuver your way in secret, because we don't know how smart that predator really is, and if they can track your IP address, and if they can track the phone to your location to where you at. And there are some teens that are sharing their locations with their partner, a potential male-female relationship or same-sex relationship with the partner who's in another state, or who could be local but in another city, of course. And they also could share it too with somebody who's in another country. So they constantly, the abuse is constantly tracking your 12 to 15-year-old. Okay? Constantly tracking. My daughter had a car, so she was constantly tracking her baby father. See what I mean? So, you know, that's why sometimes it ain't good to give your children cars for graduation, because, man, they go ham with the situation. You try and get them to school and work and family stuff, they be somewhere over fighting, and the door handle get broke off. My daughter, door handle got broke off her car. She tried to tell me somebody, you know, was trying to rob the car. I said, oh, no, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. You was over there in confrontation, and what happened? So I let her tell me what happened. You know, I wanted her to know that mommy is not going to judge you, honey, because I done did worse. Honey, your mother, you definitely didn't want to be in a relationship with me back then, because it was heated. My daughter was, I'm going to tell you something, she was way better than me in a relationship. I will give her that 100%. I should be the one who not here no more. I don't even know why she not here no more, because that should have been me. Because she couldn't, me and her, we don't compare. She was loving, you know, sweet. She was open-minded, you know. She wasn't like my way hit the highway. You know, she was open about being and supporting her partner. That's why she was trying to support her baby father, and he couldn't understand what she was doing, because he the underdog. You know, underdogs don't understand when somebody can love them. You better stay away from the underdog, especially when they ain't ready. You see what I'm saying? You think you miss helping somebody. You can help somebody. My daughter thought she could help this guy, and then he was lying to her, making her think that she was helping him. And You know, she made him the man who he is and all that was bogus. None of that was never real. You see what I mean? And my daughter, when you in something like that, you struggle with what to believe. You see what I mean? What to believe. That's why I never would put my daughter down. That's why I never would, tell her that, things that I thought about him, that I knew about him. You see what I mean? I never told. I said, but I told my daughter this, and I meant what I said. I said, if he's carrying a gun, he'll use it on you. I told her that straight up and down, around the corner, back and forth, up and down on the swing, up and down on the seesaw. I told her, and guess what? He used it on her. 7/30/2016, used it on her, and then went and shot her up here. How's that an accident? When you shoot somebody up here, how's that an accident? When you shoot somebody up here, that ain't no accident. That was never an accident. What was it though? Were you sick of my daughter? Because you could have just called me and said, Queen, come get your child. Come get your child. Like, I never want to see her again. Like, I don't want to see her no more. But see, the victim and the abuser be egging each other on. They be egging each other on. They be thinking they in a love and hate relationship. Y'all better stop playing with me about that love and hate relationship. When I go in these schools, I let them know. Y'all better stop playing with me about these love and hate relationships. Because let me tell you something. Love is somewhere else and violence is somewhere else in the dictionary. How y'all mix them two? That go back to what I opened up and said. How do you mix that? Well, if you on social media, you definitely mix that. Abigail said, nope, we can't. They will never change. That's who they are. That's who they are for the time being. You know what I mean? Anana had a good person. I think she was too. I am not saying she's perfect, but for the most part, I think my daughter was a good person. She was not malicious like him. She was not malicious like him. She didn't want him. She never wanted no harm to come that man's way. Even though she was doing things, because we all do stuff in these relationships. She never wanted to kill him though. She just wanted him to try to do better. Make good on the lies he was telling her about doing better. That's what she wanted. Him to make good on the lies that he was telling her. I mean, you put yourself in that position. My daughter ain't do that. You did that. My daughter, 19 years old. You are her first relationship. Like, she was hoping that could really work and last long and get married to you and all that. That's what my daughter was at, because that's what she was raised to think. You see what I mean? That's what she was raised to think. That's right. That's why I no longer want I want a man. Okay, baby. You hear me, sis? Keep it real. It's no such thing. That's not love. Y'all see Abigail? I ain't even got to talk about it no more because she got it. She got it for y'all. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, like, you cannot be with somebody who is verbally putting you down. Verbally putting you down, speak down to your character, and they don't even really know you, but the abuser will start doing drive-bys just to see if that victim is going to stick around and stay in there and deal with it. And then it escalates. It starts to escalate and stuff. And then those clues go out on their social media handles and things. So they say the way a man treats you when he's mad is how he truly feels about you. That could be true. That could be true in his own right. That could be true in his own right. I ain't gonna say it ain't, because there's so many different cases out here. The cases are so different in most of them. All we just hear is domestic violence. Yeah, but see what was going on in there. What was going on? Them cases be so where so many tags. The cases be wearing so many tags, and they definitely be wearing the 5 tags of domestic violence: verbal abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, sexual abuse, and physical abuse. They definitely wear them 5 tags. And some of the relationships wear all 5 of the tags. Let me tell you. All right. I mean, I can see 1 or 2, you know, maybe 1 or 2 sporadically. No, No, they be on a level trillion with them tags in these relationships. They don't care. And your partner won't tell you, I don't care. At the end of the day, when your peoples weren't listening to you, I was listening to you. That's the first thing the abuser gonna hit you with. When nobody wasn't listening to you, I listened to you. I heard your feelings. I was compassionate. I showed you empathy. And then we'll turn around and use it back on you so fast your head will start spinning. Because that's the tactics that abusers got to use in order to solidify that your mind is not yours. They ain't worried about what you got on. That's the least of their worries. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. They ain't worried about what you got on. Because some of the victims out here getting pimped out. So they definitely ain't worried. They worry about their mind. They worry about psychologically. You need to stay right here. Right? I'm going to groom you. I'm going to show you some jealousy little stuff. I'm going to sex you. Premature sex, of course. And then I'm going to isolate you from yourself. I'm going to start stealing your mind from you. Y'all got to get out the, oh, he said I couldn't get my hair. She said I couldn't get my hair like that. He said, well, man, and he was, I'm talking about the mind of the abuser isolating your mind. You paying attention to what the abuser say about your nails? You mean tell you paying attention about what she's saying about your pants? You better be paying attention to what that he or she abuser is doing to your mind. Because if you was conscious, you wouldn't even be dealing with that mess. If you was in your conscious mind, my child was not in her conscious mind. She was in love. Okay? Literally in love. Gone from her own mind. Trying to stay in the mind of this dude who don't even know what his mind is. He don't even know what his mind is. He confused. He just confusing my daughter right along with the confusion. So we got to be careful when we are trying to have our children understand that the relationship that they're in is unhealthy. You can't go beating them over the head with a stick because then you start sounding like the abuser. So there's no point in them leaving. There's no point in them leaving the relationship because you sound just like the abuser. And with the tactics, let me tell you something about the tactics that the abuser used: grooming, jealousy, and isolation. That's only 3. It's 11 of them. I'm only talking about 3 today. Okay? When they do that, right? What is it left to do to your child after that? When they can do the warning, when they can inflict these red flag warning signs on your child, what is it left for them to do to your child? Because like the FBI said, it's 500,000 predators online waiting to steal your daughter and son's mind, waiting to take their psyche and do whatever they want to do with it, to the point that the child, the boy and girl, had been consistently running away from home and ending up in states that you didn't even know that they could potentially be in another state, ending up in trafficking rings because they thought they was dating somebody online who cared about them. And you got young girls who know how to lure other young girls in online, okay? And you got young men who know how to lure other young men in online to the sex trafficking ring. But this whole time, they thought they was in a good relationship. They thought, the relationship was going somewhere. They thought this was their time to love. They was finally going to meet their Prince Charming. They was finally going to meet their princess. Hunty, let me say something to you again. Domestic violence don't care about none of that. It never did, and it never will. Okay? So I want to share that with y'all. Yes, I went a little over. I did that intentionally because part of this was about the lesson and part of this was about my child, because she always wanted me to talk to her peers about teen dating violence. And so, I've been continuing that conversation. I will continue the conversation because you're still doing the same thing. You're still tweeting the same thing. You're still messing with the same kind of person who is aggressive towards you, violent towards you, verbally disrespect you anywhere, anytime, and location, will come to your house and disrespect your parents too, and your little children if you got some of them at 19, 20, 15, 14, 15, 16. Sisters and brothers, you need to reach out for help. If you feel like that you agree with some of the things or all of the things that I've identified, especially if you are that teen girl and that teen boy and you think you got that online relationship with somebody, you definitely need to reach out and get some help. You definitely need to get a second opinion. You should never be afraid to get a second opinion. You know what I mean? But I know why you are, because people be diving right into, oh, you don't need to be in nothing like that. They go straight to that. And that's not going to be a good tip to help a teen start to decipher, what type of relationship they're in. I help my daughter understand what type of relationship she was in, but ultimately it is that victim's choice to decide whether they're going to, move forward or go backwards. My daughter went backwards, and there's a lot of them that will go backwards. Okay? There's a lot of them that think they in a love and hate relationship online. They definitely think it in person, but they definitely think it online too. Okay? Thank you for letting me share, everybody. Y'all know I love you. Okay, thank you for chiming in tonight. Special dedication going out to my daughter, Smiley. Okay, y'all know I got to give it up. Smile for Smiley. Smile for Smiley. Hey, smile for Smiley. What? Smile for Smiley. That's how it goes. We still keeping that movement going. The movement is still on. We still got 1 million people that need to know Smiley's story. I'm telling you that now. Okay, we still on the mission. You ain't off deck yet. You are obligated in the movement to make sure you share her story if you think it can help a male or a female, a friend or a foe. You share her story and let the people know, man. If you on Twitter going through these feelings like Smiley was, it's something going on. Those are the clues that our little people got to start believing. Those clues are serious. Our little people got to start believing those clues at the end of the day. Okay? So again, I thank y'all for chiming in tonight. Go in peace and love, my brothers and sisters. Go in peace and love. Thank you for chiming in tonight. Yeah, buddy, yeah. Looking for my other little song that I like to end out with.
Goodbye.
I got a special dedication still going out there to my daughter. I got another special dedication I want to make to her real quick before I shut it all the way down. Before I shut it all the way down. And I'm looking for it, and I don't see my special dedication up here. To her. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This for all of my brothers and sisters who love the late night action. I got a little something we're about to turn up real quick before we roll out. We're about to turn out special dedication going out to Smiley. Because, boo, we love you. And we know that you are forever with us on the journey, in our hearts, in our spirits. You are our personal angel. So we know you're here with us. I'm going to try to play these lines.
I remember back in the day we used to sit around and pray about the days we were gonna fall. Now it's just me, and I swear it ain't supposed to be like this at all. None of this one's for you. QieenAfi, Mom. I just learned that since the last song. got your family gon' be straight. This shit forever. I told her, no, we rich forever. I told her. We supposed to ball together, running up in them clubs together. Now I got all this money that's touching my hand, and I'm asking how long it's forever. Cause he took my sister away. This some of the darkest of days. Cause I never thought I'd see the day when I come home and you would be right your way. But you ain't got a word like straight. I got that, I put that on safe. And we be on the block with the yay. Don't fret, cause we come in no race. Told these niggas I go hard in the paint. No Penny Hardaway, it's on the string. Got these shooters out here singing like Tank. Baby girl call me, I'm headed her way. Yes, you can call me, Mickey, no feelings. Cause I go hard, I ain't taking no prisoners. You come and sit the bed, I catch you slipping. Cause I was Jordan and she was my Pippin. Now when I look, there was nobody next to me. Little sis, always 10 steps ahead of me. Got you status, so with everything left of me, I'ma hold you down to the death of me. And that's for everything. I just love my sister last time. First hundred down, I'm looking at this money. We were supposed to run it up, run it up. And you know we really came from nothing like. I'm so not love you, I got your family, don't be straight. This shit forever. I'm so not love you, I'm so not. That shit came out of left field. I never thought I'd get that call. Cause I done fought 100 wars. But I ain't never took a loss. Man, that shit hit me hard. Had me feeling kinda soft. Cause all I could think of was all of the memories and how we was supposed to ball. I got your fam on my back. Yeah, I got the strap on my lap. Yes, I just wish we could go back. Yeah, to a time when shit was lax. Yeah, knowing man, I really miss you. In the post will hella test you. Blowing trees, no medicinal. Yeah, they about to catch an issue. Shit'll never be the same. Don't worry, boy, switching lanes. Shot a hand and numb the pain. These new niggas hella strange. Cause when I first heard, yeah, I went dumb. I let the blood like a rubber pump. Shots in the air when they come on one. Heartbeat like the sound of them drums. Yeah. I just love my sister last song. First one down, I'm looking at this money. She was supposed to run it up, run it up. Hey, you know we really came from nothing like. I saw no love. I got your family, don't be straight. I saw no love. I saw no.
I was up here looking for the picture. I couldn't find the picture of nothing of Smiley while I was trying to get Smiley picture up. It just did not work out for me at all. Okay. But go in peace and love, my brothers and sisters. Go in peace and love. Thank you for chiming in tonight. Peace and love, everybody. Hold up. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.